All right, what is going on? All right, well, another video from the recommendations, of course, and this one in particular was very interesting because I remember seeing a video from I think it was from Asmongold, which I didn't watch, which I wish I did, but it was the title was "Why People Are Playing Older Games," and you know what? I think it's very true because I would rather play some of the older games that came out a few years ago than some of the newer ones out today. But well, this is a what is a video from uh B BBK Dragoon. I don't I don't know. It's the first time seeing this guy's channel, so let's see what this is about. Why can't what is it? Why you can't pick a game to play? It's very facts, very true, very true. Let's see why.
How many of you have gotten off of work or school and you sat down to game, you only have an hour or two, and you cannot decide
Mm,
what to boot up and what to play? You sit there looking at your Steam library. So many games you've never tried from Steam Sales Pass or maybe Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, wherever you play, and you just cannot decide what to put the time into. You
yeah.
know this 1 hour is precious. You know you need it to recharge your batteries because school, work, whatever it is coming again tomorrow. You end up staring at the screen and eventually just pull up YouTube, binge, and then your hour's gone and you kind of feel horrible.
Yeah,
Why does
for real.
this happen? And I want to talk with you about it because this has been happening to me recently. Is
I felt that way when like trying to stream games and things like that. I've literally felt that way. There are certain days where I won't stream because just have no idea what to play. Like I just don't know. It's like I could just play Fortnite or do Dead by Daylight or just play some other game, but I'm just like I don't know what to do.
it the fact that you're getting older? Is it nostalgia? Well, I'm going to sort of break down my thoughts and opinions on this. Now, I've been
Ooh, Monster
pretty
Hunter,
sleep
fun game.
deprived lately. I've started working nights, everything's super expensive, and so my time for gaming in the last 3 weeks has been very compressed. And I literally have gone through the scenario I just described, where I know I've got an hour available. It's a precious hour. And yet I cannot figure out for the life of me what to boot up. I want to get the maximum enjoyment out of this time because I know it's so limited. And as such, when I look at the
Mm-hmm.
list of games, I begin putting a bunch of pressure on myself. And that pressure makes me even less motivated as I'm sleep deprived to ultimately make a choice.
What
Sometimes when
game
we're
is this?
presented with way too many choices, it's been shown that our human psychology just gets overloaded and we can't.
Wait, what game is this? Is that the one game that shut down? That was like an Overwatch clone. What kind of I what game was it? I can't
Make a
remember.
decision. We get stuck in
No,
analysis
I'm pretty sure it's not it.
paralysis. And for many people, if you've been gaming a long time, your
Yeah,
library can get big very quickly. It doesn't mean that you don't
very much
enjoy
so.
games or that you just don't know how to have fun anymore. It just means that the pressure is overwhelming you, especially when you're tired. You know, you don't want to take a chance of picking something that you don't enjoy or like. What if you wasted that 1 hour? And this leads us to indecision.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I used to play StarCraft 2 a lot. When I was in college, loved Halo, but at the time, Halo was being taken off of the MLG circuit around Halo 4 time. And
Oh wow.
around that same timing, StarCraft
You know what? I would love to see what Halo like like um like pro Halo games look like. I cuz around that time, granted like MLG and things like that weren't really that it was a growing thing, but I would love to see how what is it MLG Halo like old school Halo like Halo 3, maybe even Halo 2 and things. I always wanted to know what that looked like.
2 was
Mm.
becoming the darling of MLG and also Twitch and Justin TV at the time, and then ultimately it turned into Twitch. And I loved StarCraft 2, but it is a game where you have to make hundreds of choices every single minute. In fact, they measure the choices and the actions that you make in a term called APM, actions per minute. And crazy good pro players will consistently play at like the 300 to 400 mark, sometimes jumping up. Now, every action, is considered like a click or a box or building a building, selecting a resource. But when you watch a talented pro, you really do see that they're making hundreds of decisions in such a small time frame. And you know what? A lot of times they make the wrong decision. When they're under such immense pressure in a game like StarCraft, there isn't always the time to sit there and think and debate really what is the right choice. Ultimately, they're having to go with their gut reaction. And I learned when I was playing StarCraft 2, sometimes you just have to make a choice. Whether or not it's the right choice doesn't always matter. You don't always have the time. Sometimes just making a choice is the right choice and sticking with it. Even if that decision led to me like stimming my Marine army into a bunch of banelings and losing the game,
what I'm looking at.
It was still better that I made a choice rather than sitting in indecision, because I probably would have lost the game either way. I've been doing YouTube now for 10 years, over 10 years actually. I started in college, and one thing I have learned, and that's something I need to hear regularly, and I hope you hear this too, stop putting unfair pressure on yourself and on your free time. If you want to play a game, just boot anything up. There isn't a wrong choice. Seriously, maybe you didn't pick the ultimate perfect selection and you didn't get the most enjoyment out of your hour. But just giving yourself some you time to recharge is what matters. Hey, and also, if you boot up the game and you don't feel like playing it and you want to just watch YouTube or whatever, go do that. You need to hear this. You're doing good. You need to be nicer to yourself. When we reach this point where we're putting so much pressure.
Yeah, sometimes I do feel that way when I have some off time and things. Yeah, I definitely feel that sentiment as well. Yeah, there are definitely moments where I don't want to do anything at all. And yeah, it's true. If you don't want to play a game, just watch YouTube or watch a show or two. Sometimes I do that too. Sometimes an hour, sometimes an hour before whenever I get off stream, I usually usually I give myself like maybe about an hour. Um, Usually I end my streams around like 12 a.m., like around midnight, and I go to bed like at 1. And in that hour, I'm like, you know what? Let me watch an episode or two of a just TV show. Recently it was George Lopez, which was it's a great show. It still holds up to this day. As a really really funny show. And so when I finished that, well, what is it? Gonna look at another series to watch, probably something like, I don't know, maybe like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something. Then see what else to watch. And ever since I've been doing that, um, it's been great. Just give an hour to myself. Everyone's asleep, and just have no one bother me, and that's it. It's great.
On ourselves and our free time. You are probably at a stage right now in life where you are stressed and there is a bunch of stuff occupying all of your mind space. And literally the best thing you can do is some self-care. And to literally, when you have those thoughts of like, what if I'm wasting my time with this choice? Just push back right against it. Take that thought, throw it in the recycle bin of your mind.
That white flicker that just happened. I think in this section that he did in Metro Exodus, he probably didn't kill anybody. He probably knocked out everyone or just escaped quietly.
There's nothing wrong with going back to a comfort game, something you've played 10 times over, something that you love, something that you know gives you some enjoyment. At the same time, too, if you've got a big backlog screaming at you, the game that's been nagging, and you're like, I just got to finish this game. I got 30 hours into it. I feel really bad I didn't finish it. Everybody loved this game. Look, if you want to go finish it, sure. But don't force yourself. You're not having to write a book report on a title. Like, case in point, I'm playing through Elden Ring second time right now. I've talked about it a few times on the channel. I'm loving the second playthrough way more than the first time. I thought the game was brilliant when I was playing it on the Xbox when it came out. But I wasn't looking up guides. I was getting overwhelmed, and I stopped the game. I'm not gonna say exactly where, but pretty far into the game, and I didn't feel motivated to pick it back up. But here I
Dang,
am
that's
looking at
one
all
hell
these
of a
videos
build,
online
man.
about what an incredible, perfect, amazing, superb game it is. Feeling pressure like, oh man, what did I do? I need to go back and finish it. I'm totally missing out on all this stuff.
Yeah,
Well, screw
I've
that,
felt that way too.
unfair pressure, right? It took me 2 years to go, all right, now's the time. I'm starting a fresh playthrough. And
You know what's even crazier is that for me, personally for me is that if there are certain games where it takes a long time to go through, and sometimes and there are times that I would procrastinate to even continue, and also have this thing as well that it's difficult for me. It's really difficult for me to do fresh playthroughs of like of do to do new playthroughs of like open world, like like open world games and stuff, games that that take a long time to complete. I find myself very I find it very difficult to complete those games. That's the reason why that I've never completed Skyrim. What is it ever? I've been close. I'm pretty much on my original playthrough. I was right there at the very end to do it, and I'm kind of going through it again, but with mods and stuff. But even then, I'm just like, nah, I don't want to. Same way with what is it with Fallout 4? Played it, beat it, and trying to do it all again. I'm just like, nah. Even with mods and all that, that pretty much changes the entire game. I'm just like, nah. It's and even the same with Dark Souls 3 as well. I'm just like, nah. Want to do a different playthrough, maybe make more smarter choices and such. I can't do it. I can't. I don't know why. I don't know why I mentally can't do it. It's just maybe because like the long process, the build up, or just the time or something. I don't know. I just even when I had more free time, what is it? When I was younger, I still couldn't do it. I don't know. It's a really weird thing for me. I could do that for linear games. I've beaten Dead Space 3 like 8 times, crazily enough. Even though that's the worst Dead Space game, but I played that one a lot. I've done the same with the second series. What is it with the second game? I've done the same with Bioshock 1 and 2. Not really with 3 because it's my least liked one, but I've done it for various of other games, and for some reason, linear games is fine with me because I know that I'll be done with the game in about 7 or 10 hours. While the other one is, going to like 20, 30 hours, 40 hours. I'm like, I can't do it. Having to do all that again, I can't do it. I don't know why. It's really weird.
because I was at the spot where I wanted to, not because of social pressures or online hype or popularity, because I wanted to at the time, I've enjoyed that game 10 times more.
Mm-hmm.
This is your reminder. Be nicer to yourself. Stop putting pressure on that free time. Don't worry about making the wrong choice, and
Mm.
try and refill and recharge when you get the opportunity.
I feel like
I
I've
look at the
played this
audience
Final Fantasy
demographics
game
and the
before.
ages of my viewers, and I know these are periods of time where life is hard and stressful. Your responsibilities are growing exponentially.
That's crazy, dude. 13 to 17 years old, point 0.9. 18 to 24, 28%, 28.9. That's basically 29%. 25 to 34. Bro, these right here, these are the people that grew up with YouTube. Hands down. These are the people that grew up with YouTube. I bet you anything, the percentages from 24, what is it, 18 to 24, what is it, a couple years ago, with this was, I bet you anything, this was much more higher compared to right here. This was definitely lower, and this was higher a couple years ago for sure, man. For sure. And even if that statistic was even out earlier than that, this would have been a much more higher number, hands down. And the reason why I say this is because there's so many people who watch like the Vanos crew. Was it maybe even like maybe the Goon Squad, and what is it, the KVR Speedy and Markiplier and PewDiePie and all them, dude, all that, what is it, when they were watching, they were either watching it here or roughly right here. Hands down, man. Hands down for sure, dude. That's crazy. That's a crazy graph to see.
So many things are changing, whether you're fresh out of college or you're having a kid or something like that. A lot is changing. And so, any opportunity you get to refill and recharge, you should go for. As long as it doesn't disrupt, obviously, the really important things.
Mm-hmm.
And in many ways, this video is just as much me talking to you as it is me talking to myself to remind me that when I'm looking at that Steam library feeling guilty, I don't need that. Just boot something up that I love and run with it. So, with all that said,
Gargoyle.
I hope you have an awesome start to your weekend. Play something fun, recharge, do whatever. And we'll see you again in the next one.
Why art direction matters more than graphics. Bro, this is facts. This is great. That's great, man. I've definitely seen games where, like, damn, texturally it looks awesome, but bro, the world is so bland. I gotta see it. I gotta react to this one too. I got it, man. Maybe I'll react to it as soon as this one, this one's done. But it's very true, man. It's very true with what he's saying. Give yourself some time. Just pick a game at random. Just hit randomizer. Hit a what's interesting is that I believe there's a Steam. If you're on Steam, which I'm pretty sure some of you are, just I think there's like a Steam like randomizer that you could put. I'm pretty sure if you put like I think it's like your username or your ID or something. I'm probably like username. Um, and then it'll see what you have in your library, and you could just hit randomize, and then you could just then play on from that. But yeah, man, it's very true what he says. There's just this weird procrastination of just wanting to play a game, but you can't play a game because you just don't know what to play, and then you just sit there like deciding and just killing. You're pretty much wasting your free hour or two. Eh, Dude, it's facts. It's absolutely true. I still do this to this day sometimes. Recently, I've been playing Half-Life 2, and I'll be honest with you, I'm actually really enjoying it. Even because they're doing the 20-year anniversary, and and of course, they pretty much made the game for free. And I was like, you know what? I'll check this out. I don't know what got me to like look at the game, but I was like, I'll play it. I looked at it and I was like, oh, they're having an anniversary for it. Cool. And then I saw Half-Life 2 for what is it for free. I was like, oh, even better. And I put some was I put some mods on. Um, Motorcycle passing by. What is it? And I was checking out some, some of the things, some of the enhancements, making maybe making the game look better, upgrading, making the visual, the guns look better and such. And you know what? I'm having a blast. I'm having a lot of fun playing through the game, and I hope I can actually, beat through the game and actually see the episode 1 and 2 because I've never beat those, but hopefully I can be able to get through it. But yeah, man. Anyway, well, what is it? In the comments, leave in the comments what do you think of what this man said, or what do you think? What is it? What what does get you to stop from what gets you like procrastinating and things like that? Or better yet, what is your comfort game? What's a game that's like, damn, no matter how I play this, it never it never stops the enjoyment of playing this game, you know Hey, girl. Hey, Elisa. How you doing? Anyway, I'm petting my dog. She's 14 years old. She's getting there. But anyway, yeah, man. What's your comfort game? What's a game that you like playing that you always love to revisit? For me, it's always Bioshock, Dead Space, and I don't know why Dead Space. But I mean, Dead Space. I think I played it so much. I'm just like I'm calm at whatever's going on. But um, there's probably another one, but I can't really think of any right now. Anyway, what is it? Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like. Not pressure anyone or anything. And as always, have a good one. Peace. This is a great video, by the way. It's a great video.